You don't wake up dreaming of McDonald's fries. You wake up dreaming of McDonald's hash browns. McDonald's breakfast comes first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
More rewards, more savings. With American Express Business Gold, earn up to $395 back in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select shipping, food delivery, and retail subscription merchants. Enjoy the benefits of membership with the Amex Business Gold Card. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to Peak Northwest, an outdoors and travel podcast by the Oregonian and Oregon Live, dedicated to the adventure and exploration of our beautiful Pacific Northwest. I'm Jamie Hale.
And I'm Chiara Profena. Together, we take you on some of the most beautiful and interesting destinations in our region, discussing where to go, what to do, and places to see. And I am very excited about today's guest, Jenn Lockwood, training supervisor at Meadows Learning Center, who leads She Shred camps and clinics on the mountain. Thanks for joining us today, Jenn.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Yeah, gosh, it seems like it's a pretty good year up on the mountain, huh?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. It's a great year. We've had great snow. We had beautiful sunshine in January. So we dubbed that January up there. And then we got hit with some amazing snow over the last couple weeks and then a deluge of rain this weekend. So you can bring your water skis up and hit the slopes.
Oh, gosh. Well, we are really excited to talk to you more about what you've been doing up there. But can you maybe just start with telling us what is She Shreds? What's the background? What's it all about? What's the lowdown?
Yeah, so She Shreds, we offer clinics for women or individuals that identify as women to come join us on the slope and join a community and group of like-minded individuals who want to improve, grow, and learn on the slopes, improve their skiing. It's a really special kind of niche. I kind of fell into it, and working with the women is completely different than working with a co-ed group or an all-male group. It's very collaborative and supportive and encouraging, and kind of I'm taking words from some of our participants, but where egos get left behind and the women really open up about what they're excited to do and maybe where their challenges are, and everybody really comes together to support everybody in their learning and even overcoming fears. So it's super fun event that we have, whether it's our one-day clinic or a 2-day camp over the weekend.
Yeah, and I'm actually super curious about these clinics and camps. I'm a snowboarder. I've been snowboarding for like 10 years, so I've never been to a camp that's, specifically for women, but hearing that y'all have this at Mount Hood has been such like an interesting thing. And I've been so curious about what makes these camps and clinics unique or different from like a typical lesson at Mount Hood.
Sure, absolutely. Well, these originally got started, that was one of your questions earlier, as women's clinics generally. And I was like, this is not very enticing. Like, it's not drawing me in. Let's create something that creates some energy that people want to get involved in. So we've gone through a couple of versions and we've landed on the She Shreds. And the difference really is you're coming together. It's all women. And like I said, or anyone that identifies as being a woman, it is meant to be a little bit exclusive in that way, to provide a safe environment for the ladies to come together and, share, again, the areas that they want to improve in their skiing, and even, maybe their fears or struggles that they don't share when they're out ripping and riding around with their co-ed groups and their partners. And a lot of them we hear they're just trying to keep up, like they can ski anything, but or ride anything, but they're just trying to keep up and they maybe don't look very good, or maybe necessarily feel very in control. So this provides the environment for them to really kind of open up and share and then support each other. I think that's the best way that I can describe it. If people, encourage, challenge, entice people to kind of push their limits in a safe environment.
So you have different types of offerings, is that right? I mean, camps, clinics, freestyle,
Sure.
telemark offering. Can you sort of break down sort of what you do and the different types of things that you offer?
Absolutely. Our She Shreds clinics are a 1-day clinic. You do 2.5 hours of instruction in the morning and 2.5 hours in the afternoon. And, that's a 1-day event. Our camps, which are super popular and super fun, are 2 days. And those are usually on the weekend, on a Saturday and Sunday. The same breakdown on hours of instruction, but you get the same instructor and the same group of women to work with over 2 days. So you don't feel like you're getting hit with too much information. You've got time to work on things. And day 2 really is about practicing what you've learned on day 1 and then going and applying it in different terrain around the mountain. And then you mentioned our Telly She Shreds. We're super excited about this brand new event that came onto the calendar. It's being offered on Saturday, March 8th, which I believe is International Women's Day. And this is specifically for women that telemark ski.
And can you tell me a bit about what telemark skiing is? It's not something I'm super familiar with.
Yeah, well, telemark skiing are the free heel skiers on the mountain. I'm an alpine skier, so my heel is locked down, and a telemark skier heel is free. That benefits them, definitely where they can backcountry ski if they want, so they can put skins on and climb uphill. And then, it's a really unique group. I'm personally not a telemark skier, but our trainers and our instructors that lead those She Shreds groups, like that's their passion and what they love to do, and they are super fantastic at sharing and instructing people learning to telemark ski.
And all of these sessions and clinics that y'all have, who do you recommend them for? Are they for people that are, just starting out or more advanced? What's like the range of capabilities you'd recommend?
Sure. Well, one thing I do want to acknowledge, and you mentioned it earlier, is this is available to snowboarders and alpiners on all of the She Shreds clinics and camps that we offer. The telemark She Shreds has its own separate date to come. And then you also mentioned freestyle. So that's where we introduce ladies how to use the mountain as a playground. So if they want to hit some jumps, we'll teach them how to do that. If they want to go into the park and learn how to ride boxes and hit more structured jumps, then we teach them how to play in that environment, which is really fun. We've got, in the Mount Hood region, there are many freestyle or free ride teams, and there's lots of moms up at the mountain with their kids. And so this is a way like, hey, let us show you some of the things your kids are doing so you can go out and play with them. So those are the different disciplines that we will address. And then who is it for? Again, any woman or individual that identifies as a woman that wants to be in a really supportive, safe, and encouraging environment. Without the instructors ever having to encourage the ladies to do this, they start sharing their phone numbers. They get text message threads going because they're like, hey, you want to come up on Wednesdays and we can ski and ride together? So it's a community starts to build out of these clinics and camps, which is super fun. And we're looking at some fun ways to expand and move this into multi-week programs next season so that the same group of ladies could come back week after week, get a couple of hours instruction in the morning, and then go ride around together in the afternoon.
That's so cool. It sounds like the She Shreds is like a community, but it sounds like the She Shreds is also like building communities. You have like communities within communities. That must feel really good for you as someone who's sort of like been spearheading this effort to like see all of these people coming together, doing something that I imagine you love to do as well.
Absolutely. It's really fun. Last weekend, I was out on our She Shreds camp, and I was skiing with the ladies, and I heard somebody yell my name from the chairlift. I looked up, and it was one of my former She Shreds clients. And so, we start to see, we're kind of rat packing around together. And then it's fun to bump into the ladies. I've bumped into like 3 or 4 ladies who've come out of one of the clinics or camps on like a day 2 weeks later, and they've met up and they're up riding together. So it is super fun to see them get connected. A lot of them are purposely coming to these clinics to meet other women that they can come up and ride together with.
And so let's see. One of my earlier like curiosities was, is this like good for people that are just starting out skiing and snowboarding, or should you be at least comfortable enough to get down like a green or a blue? Where would you kind of place people?
I would recommend these clinics for anybody that are an intermediate level and above.
Okay.
And the reason why we encourage that, we have other products and lessons available within the new to the sport or beginner zone. And we just haven't had a ton of people coming for that in that area. So intermediate to advanced to, people that are hard charging and skiing black diamonds, but they want to be more confident on that terrain and start hitting black diamond terrain, or some of our out of bounds or kind of our mitigated inbounds terrain like Heather Canyon and private reserve areas.
I know you touched on this a little bit already, but I wonder if you could just talk a little bit more about what are some of the challenges that women who are skiing and snowboarding might face that you might be addressing in the She Shreds programming.
I think the thing that I hear the most is people want to improve their confidence on all terrain. They want to continue to challenge themselves on skiing more challenging terrain, but do it in a controlled manner and not feel like they're doing linked recoveries just to keep up with the rest of the group that they might be riding with. And so we spend a lot of time, we'll spend time on groomed terrain, working on people's technique. That's the, familiar terrain is the best terrain to practice and start to make changes in one's skiing and riding. And then as we start to see changes happening, then we can start to go take them back to the challenge, any terrain that they might be challenged on. It could be steeper terrain, it could be powder, and it could be tree skiing. And we then take them with this new skill set and slowly start to put them back in the terrain that they want to ski on a regular basis.
And do you have any maybe advice for people that are like on the fence of getting into these clinics, or how would you encourage people to come check them out?
Oh, I just, it's so fun every time I work with it. It just sounds like a cliche, but when we get these group of ladies together, it seems like immediately the walls come down. And I don't feel like it's anything. I'd love to say it's something that myself and the other instructors are doing. I'm sure that's a little bit part of it, but I just feel like the women come and they are open to learning, to making changes, to listening to the coaches. Like I said, they've left the ego at the door and said, help me be better. Help me have more fun on the slopes. And they really kind of, we developed trust with them. And I've seen, women overcome fears and tackle things that, have been challenges for a while. Just recently, we had a woman who, unfortunately, got hit earlier in the season by another rider, and, just some post-traumatic stress from that, and really scared to be out there, but being with a group of women, and I think with an instructor, was able to go back to terrain that they love to do, and overcome and start to build back their confidence to get on that terrain. And then I think just the energy and the support. I mean, the women start cheering for each other, and the hooping and hollering, and high-fiving and celebrating people's successes throughout the day or the weekend if they're in a camp.
Is the idea that, like, to have people sort of be feel empowered through a session and then kind of be set off back into the mountain, or do you have people who come back multiple times to She Shreds?
We actually do have people come back. I think it's a little bit of both. We want people to go back out and feel comfortable riding on their own, but it's hard. These are women that are coming to us in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. And so it's hard to make huge changes. It takes time and practice. So there are people that come back and check in with us. We just had that. I had somebody do a clinic with me in January, and then came back and did our February clinic, and just to continue to refine and improve their skill set, and which just boosts their confidence on all the terrain that they love to ski and ride on.
And as somebody who's learned how to snowboard basically only through my older brother, why is it so important to create this space for women to learn how to ski and snowboard? What's the, I don't know, what does that bring to the table, to the group?
Sure. Well, we have a saying in the ski instructor world is don't teach your family and friends to ski. Come to the professionals. It helps with the relationship.
Yeah, definitely.
We say families and relationships if you come and train with us. But I think we can help you learn the right way, and we can help. I don't think there's any wrong way to learn as long as you're having fun. But we can definitely make your day feel less effortful, and so you can have more energy and more enjoyment when you're on the slopes. So we help you refine your technique and really build a strong foundation that then you can start building on and advancing wherever you want to take your riding or skiing ability level.
Jenn, I'm curious about you and your connection with this. This is something that you clearly feel very passionate about, and what has it meant to you to be able to help guide so many women through this experience?
Well, I think I had never taken a lesson in my life until I was 32 and started working at Mount Hood Meadows, and so believe me, I had a lot of habits that I needed to break and just build a good solid foundation of skiing. The Meadows, our motto is my mountain home, and Mount Hood Meadows really is my mountain home. My husband proposed to me at the top of Cascade. I have raised two young boys that grew up in our daycare from 6 weeks old, and it's a work environment that has supported a woman being able to, have a career within the industry, but still have my family nearby. And my kids, came up through our ski school and our lessons, and are now out traveling the country as freestyle skiers. So what does it mean to me? It's I get to share this home with other women. I get to share a sport that I love. We are so unique to be able to ski on the side of a volcano and, just have the scenery around. So I love being able to, the ladies, one cool thing about the clinics and camps is you get lift line cutting privileges, which is really awesome. The last camp that we had was on a powder weekend, and the ladies love that because they get to slide through the line in front of everybody. So that's kind of fun to share. But it's also, we do divulge some of our secret stashes out there. So to be able to take these groups of ladies to areas they've never been on our mountain before, or areas that they've kind of looked over and wanted, but haven't felt confident enough to go try it on their own. Again, we start to build skill sets, show them that they already have tools and tricks in their pocket that they can use to get down more challenging terrain. So we just remind them and show them how to do that in a safe way. And then we start to dip their toes into the terrain that they want to be challenged on. And it's so fun to be able to see that growth happen, like right in front of you over the course of a day or a weekend. And I think, how did I happen upon this? I personally love co-ed groups. I love riding with everybody. But there is, now that I, on the instructor side, have seen co-ed groups, I've been with all male groups, and then the women, there's just a special energy. I keep repeating myself, energy, support, a little bit of magic sprinkled in there somehow that just happens in these groups. And so I've really grown fond of it. I love doing it, and we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I am a little bit curious just for myself. Something you said was kind of building confidence for women in these groups. And I can imagine, as somebody who's just kind of gone out there and figured it out, that can be a little bit nerve-wracking at times. So just like, maybe what's some advice for people that are, maybe at a point where they're an intermediate skier or snowboarder, but they just need to build that confidence to be able to get out there and try new things? What would you say to those people?
It's every situation is very unique to the individual. So I think one thing that we do really well is listen to our guests when they come, and where are their challenges? Where are they stuck? And we really, sometimes it could be technique. Sometimes it can be mental in their head. And so I think talking, asking questions, listening to what they're sharing with us, and then we really take that information and while the ladies are in a group, we do try to customize a little bit for each individual. There may be an overriding goal that the whole group is doing, but we do try to work with each individual on their goals. And so I think that's the beauty of working with an instructor, is sometimes that's just hard to navigate when you're alone, or again, you're riding and skiing with people that are more experienced with you, and they don't think about it, and they're not slowing down and honoring where you are at, or an individual whose confidence is maybe lacking a little bit. So I think that's what we help the women through. And again, we start to enhance their confidence on terrain that they're already comfortable on, and help them. They start to notice that, with these little tips and tricks that we're sharing, riding on the terrain that they're comfortable on becomes easier. And then that gives them confidence. And then that kind of breeds the, hey, I think I'm willing to go and try this because I trust the people that are helping me. And then again, the other ladies in the group help develop trust too. So the whole group has trust in each other. Like, if we're going into steeper terrain, into tree skiing where people maybe are a little less comfortable, everybody's always in a partner, and we're leapfrogging. So they realize, like, hey, nobody's left behind. We've set this up so that we can move at every individual's pace, and we're going to move right along with you side by side.
Wow, Jenn, this is such a great program. I'm so grateful that you've come on to share with us today. For folks who are interested in She Shreds, what's the best way to sort of get in touch, to sign up? How do people find out more information?
Absolutely. They can go to our website at skihood.com, and then they want to go to the menu. It will say lessons and camps, I believe, is what it's under. And then they're looking for adult clinics and camps, and they'll click into that, and then they'll have the options of our steeps and stashes, our She Shreds, and then our telemark clinics, our freestyle clinics and camps that we have. And so they can find the right one for them. I think we mentioned earlier, we have the Tele She Shreds. Upcoming, I'm sorry I don't have the date off the top of my head, but upcoming we have a She Shreds freestyle clinic. Sometimes that doesn't roll smoothly off the tongue. Anyways, so those are two unique clinics that if people are wanting to just kind of try something new, and add some new skill sets to what they're already doing, the She Shred freestyle, super fun. And like I said, our female instructors leading the Tele She Shreds, they have been pushing hard for this, and they're so excited to get out and ride with ladies on March 8th. So again, skihood.com, go to our lessons page and just look for adult clinics and camps.
Awesome. Sounds great. Well, Jenn, thank you so much again for coming on today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Kiara, it sounds like, I know you were talking about of like hypothetical people, but it sounds like that was maybe you. What do you think after listening to Jenn? Are you going to sign up? Are you going to go check it out?
I'm like so close. I'm like on the fence. I'm very heavily considering it because I am the hypothetical person that I was talking about. I'm like right there at the intermediate level. I'm super duper interested in the freestyle clinic, so that might be what I end up looking into after we wrap today.
Oh, you should totally do it. It is so much fun. It's so fun to teach. We teach ladies like flat 360 spins, and like I have moms going, I can't wait to go ride with my kids and show them what I could do, or like go ride a box. And it's so much fun, and our instructors that lead those freestyle camps are fantastic. You won't regret it. I think, can I add one thing? I left one really important thing out. Something unique that we do on our camp day, our 2-day camps, is we actually on day 2 bring one of our female patrollers out with our groups for a run or two. And that is super cool because women get to, we get women that are coming to backcountry ski. They're doing more, exploring more in the backcountry. And so they get to see women in the ski instructing realm role, but to see another profession on the mountain and have the female patrollers come out and they share safety considerations that everybody should be mindful, even in a inbounds mitigated resort like Mount Hood Meadows is. There's still risks out there. So they share how to ski and ride safely on the mountain and as you start to explore out of bounds. So that's super fun and unique, and our female patrollers just bring a lot to the table when they come to our groups.
Amazing. Well, so much great stuff here, so much good information, so much great programming up there. Thanks again, Jenn. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Well, folks, that will do it for us for today. Until next time, you can watch our videos on the Oregonians YouTube channel and view all of our travel and outdoors coverage on OregonLive.com/travel, as well as HereIsOregon.com.
Please leave us a rating or review if you enjoy the show, and if you want to support this podcast as well as our local journalism, please consider a subscription to Oregon Live. You can find details at OregonLive.com/podsupport. Also, if you're a fan of the show and you're interested in potentially sponsoring it, you can get in touch with our marketing people at advertise@oregonian.com. This episode of the show is produced by me alongside Jamie Hale and Vicky Connor.
Stay safe and happy travels, everyone. Until next time, we leave you with this. 10 seconds of Zen.